10.8 seconds to go. So Perham's probably going to foul here off the inbounds pass if they can get it in.
Get it! Oh!
And I believe there is a foul here. I'm just not sure on who. All right, so it is on Barnesville.
Get in there! Get in there!
At the free throw line is Olivia Rosenthal, if I'm saying that correctly. Did she step over the line? She did. It was a lane violation. That's a turnover. And gives the ball back to Barnesville. And a timeout, Trojans. 7.2 seconds to go. Keep it here. So it'll be Trojan basketball out of the timeout. And once again, the Perham Yellow Jackets are going to have to foul immediately off the inbounds pass here. That'll send the Trojans to the free throw line with approximately 6 or 5 seconds to go. And then even if Barnesville makes the first half of the 1-on-1 and then the second half of the 1-on-1, they would only lead by 3 and Perham would have a chance to tie it. That's worst case scenario. If Barnesville only made one of the free throws, then they would have a chance to tie it on a high percentage 2 or win it with a 3 at the buzzer. We'll have to see what happens here. A couple of different scenarios on how this one could play out. Once again, 7.2 to go here. We're expecting a foul on the inbounds pass. And that is indeed what happened. That brings us down to 6.5. So both teams have 8, and now some substitutions here for Perham, as well as a timeout. I'm not sure who took the timeout, but we'll keep it right here. Once again, junior varsity coverage here. And if this one ends in regulation, then the varsity will be set for, it's scheduled for a 7 p.m. tip. We're at 7:10. So I would guess we're going to be probably closer to 7:40 if this one ends in regulation. If this one goes to overtime, it'll be even a little bit later for that varsity tip. All right, so Barnesville's on the floor, and once again, at the free throw line will be Anna Stanford for the Barnesville Trojans, shooting the front half of a 1-on-1. 1-in-1, I meant to say, not 1-on-1. At least my mind was thinking basketball terms there. Stanford needs to make 1 for sure, and 2 to really put the pressure on. She'll make the first one. It's a 2-point lead for the Barnesville Trojans at 29-27 with 6.5 seconds to go. If Stanford can make this one, Perham would be forced to take a 3-pointer. And she will. And now we have another timeout. It'll remain at 6.5. I would suspect that the Barnesville coach is saying to his players, whatever you do, do not foul. Especially if Perham thinks that maybe we can draw a foul by driving into the lane, getting the bucket and one opportunity. And Barnesville is more than likely saying, in addition to not fouling here, make them shoot from the outside. If we're going to overtime, it's going to be a result of a 3-pointer by the Yellow Jackets here. And I would suspect that the substitutions that the coach for the Yellow Jackets have made is probably in favor of their top 3-point shooters. I don't know the junior varsity team too well for the Yellow Jackets. I'm not sure who can shoot the 3 ball, but I would suspect that his top 3-point shooters are in the game right now. All right, 6.5 to go, 30-27. Full court pressure here by the Trojans. Once again, the idea here is to not foul. 3 seconds. Three-pointers up at the, I thought it was gonna go in too. That was a close one. That is your final score, 30-27. All right, we're going to go off the air, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or less once we get things set up for the varsity game. Once again, your final in the junior varsity game, Barnesville Trojans 30, Perham Yellow Jackets 27. A great game between these two teams. Hopefully we'll duplicate that broadcast for you in the varsity game coming up here in approximately 10 minutes. Once again, broadcast coverage for junior varsity basketball brought to you by Barnesville Senex, Front Street Nutrition, and Midwest Bank, as well as Barnesville families who made donations earlier today. We certainly appreciate that. Final once again, 30-27. We're back in a few minutes with the varsity game.